So today we're going to dive into 3 daily habits so that you can calm nerve pain and itching. If you're dealing with something like brachioradial pruritus, you know how frustrating it is to wake up in the middle of the night with that burning, itching nerve pain. I know firsthand what that's like because I would wake up in the middle of the night with my arms on fire, trying to find anything that would work to stop this itching pain. It took me about 10 years to discover that this was actually a nerve pain. It was coming from a pinched nerve in my neck and sun damage on the arms. And eventually, after years and years of going to so many doctors, trying to find solutions for this, I was able to finally find a solution that truly worked, a holistic system. It wasn't just one thing. It was many things that I changed, not just physically, but on all levels, mind, body, and spirit. And today, I'm just going to give you a few insights to some daily habits that can be supportive for helping to eliminate nerve pain. There may be something that you're doing in your daily life, in your daily routine, that could be really simple and easy to tweak or shift, to substitute maybe with something else that doesn't aggravate your nerve symptoms. So that's what we're going to get into today. And because this is my third take, I'm just going to get right into it. So the number one thing is to rethink your caffeine intake. I am not saying don't drink caffeine, don't drink coffee. So before you jump off this live stream, because you don't want to hear that, that's not what I'm going to say. I drink coffee and I drank coffee throughout my journey of healing from this nerve condition, brachioradial pruritus. But what I did notice is that when I would drink caffeine throughout the day, especially particular types of caffeine, that would bring on more of those nerve symptoms and make them worse. I would get the itching in the middle of the day. So normally the nerve pain would come on at night, and this is common not just for BRP, but also for other conditions like sciatica. One of the reasons for that is because inflammation spikes at night. What caffeine does is it spikes your adrenaline and your cortisol. It elevates it, then it goes down and you crash, right? Your cortisol naturally spikes in the morning time. And when we drink caffeine throughout the day, instead of allowing for that natural elevation of cortisol, which is then supposed to decrease by the end of the day so that you can get restful sleep, it spikes your cortisol up and down, up and down, up and down throughout the day, so that for one, your body can't truly heal itself, because when cortisol levels go down, when adrenaline levels go down, then our body is able to truly heal. So that really makes it much more challenging for your body to do its natural healing process, because it stimulates the adrenal glands to produce those stress hormones, which also puts your nervous system on overdrive. So what I did was I would stop drinking caffeine after about 9 a.m. There's different perspectives on this. Some people say you should wake up, allow your body to kind of naturally wake up for about an hour and maybe then drink caffeine. But I think it's really helpful to put a limit on it and then really hydrate throughout the day to help to flush that through your body. Now, like I said, not all caffeine is made the same, and you'll want to experiment with this for yourself. So what I found for me personally was that yerba mate would aggravate my nerve symptoms more than anything else, which I think is really weird. So yerba mate is a form of natural caffeine. It's not the molecule of caffeine. It's called matine. So there must be something with matine that does not seem to work for my system personally. That may not be the case for you, but I would notice when I would drink that, especially during the day, that I would get more of those nerve symptoms throughout the day. Nowadays, I will drink coffee in the morning, and then I like to drink a matcha tea, maybe in the middle of the day. And matcha is really healthy for us. And the caffeine in matcha is actually kind of neutralized and balanced through other minerals and components, but it's L-theanine is what it is. You can take L-theanine actually as a supplement to help to balance out and negate the effects of caffeine. L-theanine helps us sleep at night, but it is naturally occurring in matcha tea. So that might be something you want to try, is to actually substitute your coffee in the morning for matcha tea. And like I always say, experiment with it, because this is not a one size fits all sort of thing. Everyone's going to react differently to certain forms of caffeine. Maybe black tea works better for you. Maybe coffee works better for you. And if you're really struggling with your symptoms and you're having that burning, itching, nerve pain, it might be worth it for you to experiment with eliminating caffeine. I'm not saying for the rest of your life, but you could try eliminating it for a month or so and see how you respond to it. Do your symptoms go away? Do you feel less symptoms? And I suggest creating a journal where you're actually documenting your symptoms throughout the day, morning, noon, and night. Really paying attention to the foods you eat, what you're putting in your body, especially if you've tried so many other things and nothing's really working. This live stream today is about those small things, those small habits that you may be doing throughout your day that you might actually not be thinking are aggravating your symptoms at all, but they possibly could be the reason why you're not able to truly heal. Especially if you feel like you get to a point where you no longer have any symptoms, but then they come back. This could be something to try. Okay, so the number 2 habit that I would suggest doing during the day, especially if you have brachioradial pruritus, is to protect your skin in the sun. Because as I have shared in all of my previous live streams, this was the number 1 thing that I did for myself to heal my body, to eliminate my nerve pain, and I never go out into the sun without covering my arms, because brachioradial pruritus has to do with sun exposure. UV rays will damage the C nerve fibers in your skin. And this can happen to anyone, even people that don't suffer with brachioradial pruritus. But people that do have BRP also have a pinched nerve in their neck, and that combination creates that itching pain. UV exposure triggers it. So we want to give our skin the opportunity to heal. We want those C nerve fibers to be able to have a chance to no longer have that UV exposure so the skin can heal. And that can take some time. And this is one thing I see in the clients that I work with, is they don't give it enough time before they make the conclusion that it's not actually working for them. It may take you 3 months, it may take you 6 months, it may take you a year of not exposing your arms to the sun before you actually start to feel some relief. And that can be a tough thing, because for a lot of people, the itching nerve pain comes on in the fall. I used to call it the November arm itch. And that's because of the sun exposure in the summer. For those of us that are in the northern hemisphere that have, summer months, June, July, August, September, right? Then October, November comes, you're no longer getting as much sun. That's when the nerve fibers get triggered. So when you're out in the sun, make sure that you are covering up 100% of the time. I know it's not always fun, but I have made a number of videos on this, giving you some suggestions on what you can wear when you go to the beach, the types of swimsuits that I like to wear that are long sleeve. And if you would like to check out one of those videos, then you can comment sun below or leave a sun emoji, and I will reach out to you with that video. One thing that I hear my clients saying when it comes to covering their arms in the sun, they really struggle with the fabric. They really struggle with wearing long sleeves and having it irritate their skin. And so then they don't want to wear it. And so then they go out in the sun, and then it becomes this cycle, which causes more of the itching pain. So what I would suggest is experimenting with different fabrics. For me, I found that the lightest possible cotton I could wear would cause the least amount of irritation in my arms. So experiment with that first. And if that's still not working for you, if it still causes too much irritation on your arms, it may be worth it for you to avoid being in the sun for a month or two, see how your body responds to that. I don't like sunscreen because you're still exposing your arms to the sun, and it's really easy to make mistakes with sunscreen and not get that full coverage. All right, so number 3, the last one I'm going to talk about today is a daily posture reset. I call these movement snacks. These are things you can do throughout the day so you don't have to go to the gym for an hour, and especially if you're exhausted after you go to work, after you get off work and you're going to the gym and you're pushing yourself to work out, even though your body's really saying it actually needs some rest. It's going to be hard on our nervous system, on our adrenals. It can really drain us, especially if you're not sleeping because you're up at night having this pain. So what I would suggest is doing these movement snacks throughout the day, and this really is going to help to improve your posture, which will then alleviate the nerve compression in the cervical spine on your neck and also in your shoulders. So if you're sitting at your desk or you're driving, you're going to think about your posture by just kind of bringing your shoulder blades back. If you're sitting at your desk, you should be able to easily pull the shoulder blades back and release, and do this a couple times, maybe 10 times like this. This helps to lubricate that shoulder joint. It helps to open up your chest. It's going to, over time, help to improve your posture by activating these muscles in your back, which help to hold you upright so that you don't have to think about it so much throughout the day. You don't have to wonder, okay, is my posture good? Your muscles will be strong enough to hold you in that good posture throughout the day. The second thing I would suggest, it's called a chin tuck. So this is the chin tuck exercise, but you can do this throughout the day, whether you're sitting or standing. If you're in a grocery line, that's a good time. Maybe even if you're sitting and watching TV, this is really good for helping to increase that spinal elongation, to again take that compression off the nerves in your cervical spine by elongating it. It's like a traction that you can do from within so that you're using your own muscles to help to alleviate that compression. So you would just gently tuck your chin like you're holding a little tangerine there between your chin and your chest. And then you would just kind of gently bring your head back so that your ears are right over your shoulders. If you feel any pain doing that, then I would say just make that movement smaller, do less of it, and work more on the elongation. But what this is doing is it's bringing our neck and shoulders into a more neutral position. So that's taking that compression off of the nerve, because even if your head is pulled forward tiny bit, a little millimeter, that is going to shear the vertebrae, put more pressure on the nerve. So the posture is really important. And I know it can feel overwhelming at first when you are thinking that you have to be constantly aware of your posture. It's not possible, right? So doing these movement snacks throughout the day, whether you set an alarm once, every hour, check in with your posture and do that chin tuck. You can do these together, shoulder blades back, chin is tucked. And if you feel like there's a lessening of your nerve symptoms, then you know that that is working. But again, this can really help to improve your spinal alignment over time, your posture over time. So not only is it going to help you immediately in the moment, but long term, the more you do this, the more this is going to be in your muscle memory. And when you go to sit down at work, you'll just naturally have better posture. And that's what we want. So you don't have to always be thinking about your posture, right? Because that can be really challenging to do all the time. So I hope you found those 3 daily habits and resets supportive and helpful. I know they really helped me on my journey. So that's why I wanted to share that in this live stream today. Just to review that, we went over protecting your skin, cutting back on your caffeine, or maybe looking into taking a different beverage, a different form of caffeine, and then doing a posture reset throughout the day. And this may sound, again, simple, but these were big, these were game changers for me. And this is really just the beginning. I am actually doing a workshop. It's called the Brachioradial Pruritus Relief Reset. It's a 2-hour workshop, and I would love to invite you to attend. It's very affordable. And I'm going to be really going into all of the tools that I use to heal my body. So it goes much deeper than the 3 that I shared today. And I'm going to share with you exactly what I did to stop my symptoms for good. So for those of you that just want more support with this, maybe you're feeling just really alone in the symptoms that you're experiencing. I know I went through that, since I couldn't even find a doctor that had ever even heard of this condition. Then I invite you to join this workshop. And I would love to also just hear from you, what's going on in your body, talk a little bit about your symptoms. We'll have some time in the workshop to do a Q&A, so you can chat with me, and we can go over what's actually going on for you. And I can give you some suggestions based on what worked for me, what I've seen work for my clients, and the current research that's out there today. I'll be going over therapeutic movement. I'll be going over nutrition resets, very simple things you can do with your diet to reduce inflammation. And I'll be going over a couple more lifestyle changes that were really supportive and helpful for me. So I'm going to walk you through a guided meditation as well, to help to calm and relax the nervous system, because that's one of the things with brachioradial pruritus is the nervous system is in overdrive, right? So we're going to work on that. And if you are interested, then you can comment reset below, and I'll reach out to you with some details on that workshop, so that you can take that step forward to start to calm your nervous system, or restore mobility in your body, build up those tools so that long term you don't have to keep going back to creams, to ice packs, to things that are only giving you that temporary relief, so that you can really feel in control of your body again. I will see you in the next video, and I will talk to you soon.